We were in there.
Hit it.
We're in there, man. We slid right in. We slid right through the cracks, right into the hole.
Hit it.
We're in there. We are live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitter. What's going on, guys? Welcome on to, I don't even know if this is Fantasy Intervention anymore. It's just a collaboration of 3 phenomenal podcasts. And yeah, we're going to have some fun with tonight. We literally we were bored. We had nothing else to do. And, I just wanted to get some people together and talk some fantasy football.
I love it.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go, game by game, slate by slate. We're going to answer some starter sit questions if they're out there. So hit us with them if they're out there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this rolling. I see that we already have Dave in the house. What's up, Dave?
Oh my God, look at him!
Oh shit,
one of my favorite guys.
Man, Dave is amazing, man. So yeah, I'm actually gonna have him on a show with us on the 28th, just to mess around.
That's a good call on your part.
I love it, man. I love this guy. So, anyways, like I said, we're gonna go game by game. We're just gonna talk about a few different things. And the San Francisco 49ers are first up on the slate for me. They are beat up, man. This team, lost 3 defensive starters? I know 2 on the defensive line, but is Sherman out this week? Do you guys know anything about what's going on with that?
From what I know, he's out.
Sherman's out? Did they lose anybody else that I'm missing out on?
Well, obviously, the big one, Nick Bosa.
Yeah, of course.
And so, they're
and Solomon Thomas as well.
And their starting quarterback.
They're a mess.
Jimmy G out?
Yeah,
he's out.
Okay, dude, I've been doing DFS for the past 2 days, man. I'm not focused on 49ers and Giants.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those weird games because I still think they're a superior team to the Giants.
Yeah, I think so too.
And
but
so
the Giants are a lot better than what people think.
Yeah, I know, and so it's going to be weird because now they got the Giants without Barkley, and I don't know. I'm staying away from this game as much as I can.
I love the Giants to lose this game because they're terrible. And,
the only
Kyle Shanahan
is Jerick McKinnon at running back in DFS because he's a free square at his price point, and so and I know they brought up JaMycal Hasty, and they got that other guy, Jeff Taylor or whatever the hell his name is, Jeff Wilson. And so, but you know what? McKinnon's going to get the ball. He's going to get the ball in the air and on the ground. And so, I think for his price, he's definitely going to be in play for sure.
I mean, I'm staying away from all those guys until
I don't blame you.
It shakes out.
I don't blame you.
Unless you want to throw a dart, then yeah, it's that San Francisco backfield. And if you want to mess around, I don't know. I'm not a DFS aficionado as much as I'd like to be. But can anyone hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear Chase.
Yeah, he's muted. That's why.
I muted myself.
There he is.
Cough and I forgot.
I
don't even know if we're talking DFS. Let's skip DFS and let's focus on for these regular league people because a lot of these people aren't DFS type guys.
Oh, good, perfect.
But Jeffrey Wilson for me is a flex. He's a flex play. Fuck you, by the way. But he's a flex play.
No. I just said that to move on to this whole let's get into it, man. Flex play.
So why do you think he's a flex over?
So 2 weeks last year, right? In weeks 2 and 3, when they were dealing with some injuries off the bat, when the season started, there was 2 weeks where he saw over 20% of the snaps, and it was barely over 20%, but it was over 20%. In that period in time, he got pretty much all the goal line carries, and he actually had 2 touchdowns in both those weeks. It was weeks 2 and 3. So McKinnon is not a goal line back or anything close to that.
I agree with that.
The Giants defense is terrible. They're going to get opportunities in the red zone, and we could see Jeffrey Wilson being that guy.
Yes.
And I think a touchdown is definitely in the realm of possibilities. In fact, I would bet that he would have a touchdown. And then when it comes to possibly 2 touchdowns, we could see him put up 2 touchdowns and break fantasy leagues. So yeah, I think Jeffrey Wilson is a flex play for me. It's going to be just driven off goal line work and red zone work. But I like the guy this week. I really do. Up against the Giants. I mean, if he was going up against Buffalo, I'd be like, this team's beat up. I don't really like it. But it's the Giants. It's the Giants.
Yeah. I want no part of Daniel Jones this week. Even with the skeleton crew defense.
Really?
I think that there's no Saquon Barkley. So what's going to happen? Devontae Freeman's not going to just jump in and be like, he's terrible anyway. He can't run between tackles anymore. So you have Gallman and Dion Lewis. They're going to play. They're going to protect the secondary is going to protect that all those Slayton's not gonna, Ingram's terrible too. So I don't know, man. I think Daniel Jones is just he's a pothole right now. You're gonna you're gonna fucking get a flat tire if you try fucking rolling with.
I will say this,
Daniel
and maybe I'm a little biased because I have Daniel Jones in quite a few leagues, but last year without Saquon Barkley, he had 3 of the highest weeks in the NFL last year, and because he had to do it all, and he was able to do it all with the legs and with his arm, and so as a rookie, I think he's progressed. He's had a really tough schedule early on. I think he may surprise, but it wouldn't throw me off if he bombed like you said.
You're right. No. Good. No, you're right. I own Saquon in the league, and you're right. I missed him all season, and Daniel Jones was on the run, just running for his life and throwing the ball and playing as much as he
pretty
could.
Big weeks together.
Yeah.
What if?
So
What if the Giants are actually better? What if the Giants are better without Saquon Barkley because they're not, trying to emphasize him so much with a bad, offensive line? What if they actually Daniel Jones kind of opens up the playbook a little bit and he's actually targeting, Slayton downfield, right? He's targeting Golden Tate more often. He's hitting Evan Ingram. What if they are actually better?
Well, the mere fact that you said they have Evan Ingram is a big difference between last year and this year, and so I'm not going to go out on a limb and say they're better without Saquon Barkley.
Oh, I am.
But I'm going to say that they have they definitely have more opportunity to step up because they're not reliant on him. But anytime you can have a guy like him in your backfield, it's going to be I just think you're going to be a better team. But
all right. Let's
I'm
move
probably
on.
not start. Okay, the bottom line is this: I'm probably not starting anyone from the Niners or anyone on the Giants. Really,
it's a tough game.
I like McKinnon
if I
too.
don't
I
have
like McKinnon. I like Slayton. I like Ingram. I actually kind of like this game, but and this is just for standard leagues. Nothing crazy. PPR.
Sure.
I think that they could all produce. I think they're all flex options. I'm not locking any of them into my lineup, but if it's somebody that I'm kind of like, I don't know, I think it could be a good play.
I'm for sure playing Daniel Jones.
Let's go on to Washington and the Browns.
I love this game.
I hate this game. I think Nick Chubb is almost like flex worthy in this game. Kareem Hunt, we don't even know if we can trust him. That Washington front 7 is brutal, right? Baker Mayfield, he can't throw when he's under duress. And then on the Washington side,
we'll find out for sure this weekend.
Well, I will say this about that game. Number one, Cleveland. They're giving up. I like Cleveland because I like both running backs. Washington's giving up 29 points a game to opposing running backs, but Cleveland's giving up 28 points a game to opposing running backs. And so I think both running backs have a chance to. I really like Antonio Gibson this week. He's improved both weeks. I think he has a chance to. I'm a truther. I'll admit it. I like him, and I think he's a sneaky play this week. Cleveland has not been able to do much against running backs, and so I'm all in on Antonio Gibson, and I'm in on Chubb and Hunt both. They've proven that they can both produce numbers in fantasy.
Wait. This whole thing is news to me. I'm trying to look it up as you guys talk, but wait. Washington and Cleveland both are giving up that many points to the running back?
To opposing running backs, yeah.
I expect this game to be a
with
complete shit show.
19.
I can't. I'm all over Terry McLaurin. I'm all over the running backs. I think this is just going to be an old school. I think this is going to be like a shit show game where just mad garbage points on both teams.
You know what, Chase? I'm once again. I apologize. I am in DraftKings mode, and I'm looking at DraftKings points, which is it's PPR points.
Yeah, I still have PPR, but
And
Cleveland's top 10 and Washington's the second best defense up against the running back. Cleveland's top 10 up against the running back. So yeah, I think this game's gonna be really low scoring. I think we could see a 10-13 type game here, especially with Haskins at quarterback. I mean, as soon as he gets pressure, man, it's pretty much game over for him. And it's the same thing with Baker Mayfield. And then we talk about two secondaries that are pretty decent overall. I mean, I don't think Jarvis Landry or Odell Beckham is going to do anything special. And Terry McLaurin is going to have Denzel Ward covering him. So who's going to put up the points in the receiving game? I mean, Steven Sims is okay, but I mean, he's not going to put up significant points.
So you're taking the under on this one.
I don't even know what the under is, but if it's 23 or less, I'm taking it.
23?
Or
It's
20.
never an under. It's always like,
No, I'm
36.
joking. I think it's 45.5. I think it's 45.5. But yes, I'm taking the under.
I like this one to be a fucking just a mess, this game. And let it all hang out, man. These guys want to show their stuff now.
What do you mean by a mess? Like, what are we talking about here?
Just like two shitty teams that just want to just garbage it out, man. I think these guys are going to want to air it out and just let loose. That's my take. It's hot. It's a hot sauce take.
Like, so you think it's actually going to be high scoring? You think they're going to hit the over?
I think this is going to be an over for me. Yeah. I think Washington, Cleveland are just two unproven teams that still haven't figured their shit out yet, and they're just going to just unload on each other.
I love this take. I think it could happen this week. It really could.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is where I'm at.
The only thing that bothers me on the only thing that bothers me on the Redskins side is they're projected for 18 and a half points. Okay, who's going to get those points? I think you have a legitimate chance that Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin might each get one. Or
I am playing Logan Thomas. I am playing Logan Thomas.
Playmakers on both sides of the ball here. You know, for these two shitty teams, you got Antonio Gibson that's getting more and more of the offense each week. They got Terry McLaurin. They're going to force feed him the ball. Steven Sims. Let's not sleep on that guy. You know.
Yeah,
and in the slot, there's a lot of fantasy guys in this game. I don't see why not. Why they can't be? Why they can't have a fucking? Why can't they show?
But if you look at what Mark Ingram did, right, and you look at what Joe Mixon did up against the Browns, I mean, that's not what you want from your starting running back.
Right.
So, all right, moving on. Or let's go ahead and actually do this. Like, you're on this game, Larry.
Do it.
You're on this game, right? You're a player. I'm off this game. What about you?
I like the game. I think it's going to be a little higher scoring than people realize.
You have 2 on, 1 off. All right. On to the Bengals and the Eagles. I love this game, man.
I do too.
This is one of my favorite games on the whole slate this week.
If there's ever a week for Carson Wentz to actually do something, this is the one.
Well, the Bengals are actually pretty good up against the quarterback, man. I'm on the Joe Burrow side. I'm on that Joe Burrow side, baby.
All right, man.
I know that offensive line is kind of like, suspect, and that defensive line for the Eagles is really good, which scares me. It scares me.
Okay.
But I think it's the same as it's like, I feel like we just went to a parallel universe from Baker and Washington, and now we got Philly and Cincy. I mean, come on. It's like, I don't know. I think it's like the same situation. Just everyone's it's just going to be another shit show points. I think it's going to be one of the highest scoring points weeks in fantasy, like for the year. It's just because no one still knows each other yet.
Yeah, I think that Drew Sample could absolutely hammer here. He's like my favorite play.
Holy moly.
I have Sample in my cash lineup right now. Don't know if he's going to stay there, but he's in my cash lineup at that value.
I have him everywhere in tournaments. I got him in cash. I mean, we just saw Higbee put 3 touchdowns up against him. Every passing touchdown that has come up against the Eagles has been to the tight end so far this season.
That's great. That's great.
Sample's definitely I'm definitely all over him. And
all right, I got a question for you guys.
What's that?
Who's going to be the leading receiver for the Eagles?
I don't want to touch it.
They're going to play that 12 personnel the whole time, and so the leading receiver is going to be either Ertz or Goddard. And I hate the fact that they split the touches, and so yeah, that's a tough one. They say Jackson's healthy, but I'm not convinced Jackson
what about Ward?
What he was.
How do you feel about Ward as like a deep sleeper?
I'm not gonna.
Who are the receivers?
I'm not going to go to Ward if I don't have to.
Hightower is going to be the guy. Hightower is going to be in there a lot. Rager's out for what, like 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson. He's. I mean, I don't want to play him.
But he's the only one that has like a significant rapport with.
Yeah, Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be the. He's. The 2 receivers are Goddard and Ertz, and then you have Deshaun.
And 1 or 2 plays. I don't think he has what he used to have. I think anybody that's going to score in this game is going to be either Sanders or the 2 tight ends.
Yeah, I hope Miles Sanders does not blow up this week because I'm still trying to acquire him in some places. And
I love Miles Sanders this week.
I
got
Miles Sanders
ready to blow up, man. You want anyone that's watching or listening, try to get your hands on some Miles Sanders because, I mean, God. All right. I mean, let's do
So-
it. Move on. Let's hit it.
I got this trade, thing that's going on over there in fantasy football discussion, right? And it's kind of crazy. It's just a little bit crazy, but people are going nuts right now over J.K. Dobbins. So I put out a post today that got a little bit of some throwback, right? Some flack.
I saw it.
But
One of my boys was all over it.
So I was sitting there and I was like, dude, if you can sell J.K. Dobbins right now for what I've seen some of his posts go for, I'm doing it in dynasty leagues. I'm doing it 100%. We were looking at J.K. Dobbins and a third round pick for Miles Sanders. We're looking at J.K. Dobbins straight up for Chris Godwin. That's the kind of value right now that J.K. Dobbins has. It's through the roof, and it's ridiculous because he's not going to get passing down work. He's not going to end up taking over as a guy that's going to see 50 targets a game. And the Ravens have shown they like to spread it out. I mean, they paid Mark Ingram. They paid Mark Ingram big time money, and yet they still are giving it to Gus Edwards. They're still giving it to J.K. Dobbins. They were spreading it out among those running backs. And Miles Sanders has top 5 running back upside. J.K. Dobbins for me is always going to be a high end RB2, back end RB1. If that, like, that's his highest ceiling for me is a high end, a back end RB1.
What would you feel, would you still feel this way if Ingram went down with an injury on Sunday? Then what would your take be?
Yeah, but injuries happen to everybody. You shouldn't play your.
I know, but what you're saying is like trade Dobbins because he's not going to be anything. He'll always be a secondary option. But
No. I love Dobbins. I'm talking about dynasty. He's never. I think that he's going to be the starting running back for Baltimore next year. I really do.
Right.
But that results for Mark Ingram being RB11.
Yeah.
That's RB11. So we're talking about maybe RB8 upside, RB7 upside. Meanwhile, you have Miles Sanders, who could be RB1 potentially this year, maybe next year. Like he always has that top 5 upside because he's the main back, and he can catch passes, and he can make big plays.
Right. Yes, but he still hasn't proven anything yet. He's been banged up. He was banged up all last year. He's banged up in preseason this year. He missed the first game of the season.
But what has J.K. Dobbins proved?
Well, he's fresh on the team. He doesn't have. He's got 2 games under his belt, and he's been money so far.
He obviously took a step back last week from week.
He had 3 touches last week.
He didn't do anything last
We're talking about a rookie running back.
I'm
carries
higher on Dobbins than you are, Chase, but I'm not ready to crown him. Now, some of my guys, Kevin Du Bois, he actually put Dobbins in his Mount Rushmore of dynasty running backs for a top 4.
That's crazy.
And I can see an argument on both sides of that, but I do believe.
What up, my man?
I believe the running scheme favors him. So I'm not ready to call him or crown him or anything like that, but I'm also not ready to call him a bust.
This is dynasty.
I never say he was a bust. I just say he's going to be a back-end RB1. I'm just saying with Miles Sanders, you have the upside, and Chris Godwin could be the best receiver in dynasty. After this Michael Thomas injury, I had Chris Godwin slated in as number 2 for my dynasty receivers. But let's go ahead and answer this question real quick, guys. Order these wide receivers in order you would start them. Full PPR this week. So obviously that's going to be a given, guys. If you all are listening and you want to ask a question, make sure that you assume that we're gonna take it as a full PPR question.
Sure.
All right. So we have Robert Woods, Juju Smith-Schuster, Keenan Allen, Stephon Diggs. I love some Juju Smith-Schuster this week. I think that Robert Woods sees a lot of Tre'Davious White, and I don't know if I trust Keenan Allen with the rookie, at the helm. Wow. Meanwhile, we have Stephon Diggs, who could be shadowed by Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I got Juju. I would rank Juju first. I would rank Stephon Diggs second, and based on my projections, and I got Robert Woods third on that one. And so Keenan Allen below all of them.
Wow. Okay, so I would go Juju, Woods, Keenan, Diggs.
I got Juju, Keenan. It's Diggs, Woods.
Clear as mud tonight, right?
Yeah,
Juju's definitely locked. Oh, wait, who do you like the least? How about that? That's probably a better option for this guy. Who would you like? Who do you like the least?
I like Keenan Allen the least.
I like Robert Woods the least because we know he's not going to move the slot. He's going to be matched up with Jalen Ramsey the entire time. I'm sorry, Tre'Davious White the entire time. At least like they can move Stephon Diggs around and get him away from Jalen Ramsey, because Jalen Ramsey typically does not shadow the slot.
I know he's a one side guy.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think I'd be going to Robert Woods on this for the least.
You see, I like Woods, man. I like the volume. That's what fantasy football is all about. It's about volume.
Yeah.
And who knows if the Bills the Bills look great against the Jets.
Got a rookie quarterback, and I'm just not.
They look good. I mean, they didn't expect him. They didn't plan for him, but he looked good.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. But if I'm putting everything on the line, I'm going with the veteran quarterback.
Bobby Woods, dude. Bobby Woods is gonna go nuts this week.
So let's hop on to my upset of the week.
Here we go.
The Raiders and the Patriots.
Oh,
I've got the Raiders beating the Patriots this week.
at New
In
England.
Foxborough.
In Foxborough. And on top of this, I think they hold Cam Newton to limited upside rushing. I mean, they shut down Drew Brees, and they shut
What's this guy been drinking, man? Cut this guy off.
Teddy
already.
Bridgewater, man. Like, they shut him down in the run game.
A little bit different with Cam Newton. I will say that's a New England home game, and I see where you're going with that. But here's what's freaking me out, because I'm tracking with you, Chase. But here's where I'm kind of freaking out, is because I keep hearing all these reports of Waller and Jacobs both being really, really limited.
Wait, what?
Practice.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. They're saying Jacobs and Waller are both hip and leg, and I'm like, man, if they're both dinged up,
If they're out, then I'm out, because they already have Ruggs out.
right, Ruggs is gone, and so now you're going to have Edwards and whoever the hell else there is going to catch the ball.
Perfect Raiders fucking flop game on the road.
They won 4 in a row. They're coming off a big high from their home game. I think
yeah.
New England's going to stick it to them.
I'm getting a beer.
Cool.
You can do that.
He's getting a beer for this matchup. He doesn't want any part of it. No, dude, I just don't see. I personally can't see. Not that I can't see it, but I feel like the Raiders have a lot of momentum, going in the direction. A lot of people are hating on the Raiders right now because of the high. And I think that John Gruden is an amazing, coach. He understands, what he's doing. So he's able to kind of
talking about the Raiders.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back, Larry. No, so I feel like the Raiders just have a chance with their defense to upset it. I mean, Cam Newton's not a great passer overall that we have seen so far this year. He showed, some of it back in 2018, but I want to see him able to pass before I actually dub him, MVP of the league this year, which is, I feel like a lot of people are already doing.
Yeah, people are trying to crown him, and I agree with you that you can't crown him yet. There's still a lot of time, but he has the better offensive line, and he's had in a long time, and he's proven that he actually can be efficient with the ball, and in the fact that he has that threat of the running the game. They don't have any kind of running game. I mean, James White's going to miss this week, and so that's always a big deal. You got Rex Burkhead as their best running back, and so
great DFS play.
Yeah, there's a great.
Look at that.
There's a lot of concern there, but that's a tough one. I'm staying away from that game, but if you put the proverbial gun to my head, I'm going to take the Patriots defense, and especially with those
the defense where half the team retired.
What's that?
The team where half the team opted out. I said retired, opted out.
I know. Yeah, you lost some good players, but you know what? They're still statistically a pretty good defense, and they still got some really good corners and safeties. And so I don't know, man. It's a tough one. It's one that I'm staying away from. I'm glad I don't have a lot of Patriots. I'm glad I don't have a lot of Raiders. The one I do have is not playing, and so I'm screwed anyway.
I'm staying away from the passing game in this for both sides personally. I like the running game for the Raiders. Obviously, with Josh Jacobs, there's no way I'm sitting him.
The hip is something that scares me a lot.
Yeah, that's not a good injury. All right, so let's hop onto the Bears and Falcons because I actually love this game.
Yeah, let's go.
Who wants to start us out? Go ahead and start us out.
I'll tell you this, and I'm sorry, I'm looking at this in a GPP a DraftKings thing.
Now, does your audience understand what GPP is?
No, I'm sorry. I apologize for that in a DraftKings thing. I will say this. I do believe that there is an opportunity, and I hate Mitch Trubisky. But I think that he has an opportunity to actually have a pretty good game. And with Allen Robinson and a few other players, I think Atlanta is beat up, and they're down to 2 cornerbacks. I think they've been exploited pretty well. And so now, obviously, I mean, come on, guys, Trubisky is Trubisky. But if Atlanta does, I don't know. It's one of those games where it could be a hell of a shootout, or it could be a really, really, really bad game. And I'm really leaning on the side that it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. I think they're playing in Atlanta. I love the fact that a lot of it obviously depends on Julio Jones if he plays or not. But they got so many pass catchers on that Atlanta offense. They're going to score points. It's going to force Mitch to throw the ball. So I'm picking that game as an over, and I'm taking Allen Robinson, Mitch Trubisky, and those Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage. So.
What about Darnell Mooney? He outsnapped Ridley last week. I mean, not Ridley. He outsnapped Miller last week. Darnell Mooney's the guy.
Who?
So
He's
Darnell Mooney,
he's wide
the
receiver
rookie.
too in Chicago.
Yeah, Miller's only the slot guy, and what they love their 12 personnel right now.
He's the Russell Gage of Chicago, right?
Dude, no, Russell Gage plays slot.
I don't know, but Russell Gage is gonna.
He's the Calvin Ridley.
Play. Yeah, I mean, Russell Gage has been a great receiver through 2 weeks.
Actually, through 8 weeks. Now, if Julio doesn't play, I'm talking about going back to last year. If Julio doesn't play, I'm really, really liking Russell Gage. But,
wow, just on a pure volume.
Yeah, but Chicago's been very good. Chicago's been very good on defense, and so I don't know. It's going to be a tricky game.
I still think you start all your Atlanta Falcons because they're playing at home. End of discussion. Falcons at home, they're just going to be taking care of business. Trubisky's going to turn the ball over.
Yeah, he will.
Ready for this hot take? Nick Foles coming in second half. Oh, boom!
Come on, man!
Get out of here, dude. We're 1 year removed, or I guess 2 years removed, from a Pro Bowl quarterback over there with Mitchell Trubisky. All right.
Are we talking about the Super Bowl win? I mean, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
I don't care.
What did he win?
I will say this, that I do believe that Hayden Hurst, if Julio doesn't play, Hayden Hurst has to be a very big blow-up. He could do well.
Hayden Hurst, baby. I hope so. I got him in many places. But, yeah, man, Russell Gage and your Moonies, those guys in your deep leagues, those are guys should be on your radar. You never know. These
turkey games, did draft Trubisky, play him, because I do think he has an opportunity to exploit that Atlanta defense. And if you're playing in DraftKings or FanDuel or any of those things, he's also a great sneaky GPP play. And so I'm all in on that. But I don't have him because I didn't draft him, and so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, right. No, Darnell Mooney's going to be the guy this week. Atlanta's secondary's beat up completely. Darnell Mooney's the deep target. Last year, the Atlanta Falcons didn't have a single pass catcher go over 13 yards per reception, which was the only team that didn't have a single guy do that.
Right.
They needed a guy that could stretch the field in order to open up the run game. Darnell Mooney's going to be the guy to do that, and they're going to utilize him.
This is new information to me, and I love it. I appreciate you sharing that, because I've been totally off base on that one.
Got another fun fact for you. Allen Robinson ranked 100th out of 155th for the wide receivers last year when it came to yards after the catch. Meanwhile, and that's yards after the catch per reception. Meanwhile, Anthony Miller ranked 148th out of 155th.
Yeah. So, I'm one of those guys that's not sold on Miller at all. I know a lot of people want to love him, but I'm not there.
Dude, Bo's comment. Trubisky, 250 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 picks.
I know. I mean, come on. Trubisky. Get the fuck out of here.
I love it, man. I love it.
If you're playing in Scott Fishbowl, he's definitely not a play.
Oh, I think he is up against Atlanta. He's going to smash. Watch.
Come on.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum for both you guys. What the hell's going on here?
If he's playing against Air, I'm not playing him in Scott Fishbowl.
All right, so Rams and Bills. This is a very controversial matchup. Because I don't like it, but a lot of people do. What are you guys thinking?
Oh, the Bills are going to get exposed here. I think that they will not be able to keep up cross country, West Coast, keeping up with the fast-paced Sean McVay offense. Jared Goff's going to be peppering Bobby Woods, baby, B-dubs, all game long.
But aren't they playing in Buffalo?
Is it in Buffalo?
I think it's at Buffalo.
Well, that's fantastic because that's where Bobby Woods started his career. So he's going to be fucking tearing it up, baby.
He is going to be
Boom!
motivated.
Bobby Woods all over their face.
He is going to be motivated, but it is a Buffalo game. The Rams are traveling.
He's going to be showing his dick to nobody in the crowd. There'll be no dildos on the field on Sunday, clearly.
I tend to have a little bit of agreement with you. I think the Rams defense is proving themselves to be very, very good. I think their pass rush is strong. Singletary is going to be the guy. I am interested to see how they do without Moss, and they got Singletary as the main guy. He's a sneaky play, I'm fortunate that I don't have a lot of players on either one of these teams, but I'm a big fan of Josh Allen though, and
hey, get that Cole Beasley comment up on that.
I had it up there.
Oh,
you know what? Cole Beasley is a great.
I'm playing Cole Beasley this week. I'm playing Cole Beasley because you have Patrick Ramsey up against Stephon Diggs. Then you have Troy Hill, who's doing a phenomenal job out there up against Troy Brown. Now, John Brown. But John Brown has the speed that Troy Hill doesn't, so I'm a little bit concerned. However, they should throw the safety over top. So I don't like John Brown this week as much. But, dude, Cole Beasley, that's a sexy play.
Do you want to know his line? I know his line in advance. This is how
what is it?
Here we go.
Here we go.
58 yards and a touchdown for Cole Beasley. He's going to catch
like that.
Six balls. 58 yards and a touchdown.
That's a great flex play.
Yeah. So if that's what you're interested, if you want to roll the dice, if you want to listen to me, good luck. Or Cole Beasley, baby, do it.
I see Bo Big Time is calling for Josh Allen over 100 yards rushing. That would be huge if he did.
Without Corey Littleton, it can happen. If Corey Littleton was there, I'd say no way. But without Corey Littleton, I think it could happen. I love Devin Singletary this week.
I do too. I think he's better running back.
How are you not going? Who else is going to be there? Who else is going to be touching the ball in the backfield?
Nobody. Zach Moss is out. I don't even know. Is it TJ Yeldon? Is he still there?
Oh yeah, Yeldon. Yeldon's on everybody's team.
All right, let's take a quick break real quick. Oh, by the way, I do love Cooper Kupp. He's my go-to guy for the Rams. Now, let's answer this question real quick. Should they start Tannehill or Deshaun Watson? And oh my God.
Who?
All right. So the amount of pressure that the Pittsburgh Steelers apply is insane. They apply pressure on like 47.5% of the snaps. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's like in the 40s when it comes to applied pressure. Meanwhile, they blitz like 60% of the time. So you have a team where Deshaun Watson is actually ranked 34th in protection rate. 34th. The third guy, the third last guy, right, is Sam Darnold. And he has 73% when it comes to protection rate. Meanwhile, Deshaun Watson is sitting there with 65.5% when it comes to protection rate. So this is going to be a really bad game for Deshaun Watson, like a nightmare. I'm going Tannehill.
I went back and looked at my projections while you were talking, and I would never agree to this in previous years until I saw what happened this year. I'm with you. I got Tannehill on a slight edge over Watson this week based on the defense, and I'm with you. Half a point better.
This is a no-brainer for me. You do not bet against Deshaun Watson.
Oh God! I knew it was coming.
I knew it was coming.
Dude, you're talking about
Deshaun
Michael
Watson.
Jordan of football.
I love him too.
You're not going to fucking put this guy down. You just
look at the matchup.
I feel like I should play a tournament. I feel like I should play a tournament one with
Deshaun Watson right now. He is pissed, and he's going to unleash holy hell on both of your predictions.
Yeah, with 4 guys in his face the entire freaking game.
That's when he performs the best. When he's got guys in his face, he's the man.
Dude, he's going to go out on a stretcher this week. Watch.
If he doesn't go out on a stretcher, then he's your play right there.
All right, hey, Jumpman, we're gonna answer you. All right, we're gonna answer you. We're gonna get back to you, but I do want to cover this next game real quick. That way, we kind of spread out the questions.
Ooh.
So, let's go. Oh, guess what's up next? The game we're about to talk about: the Texans and Steelers.
Oh,
All right, so what happens with the Steelers, guys? Does Claypool put up another, 84-yard reception, maybe 6 of them up against the Texans who suck, up against the wide receiver? Juju Smith-Schuster is he the number 1 wide receiver there? Does Deontay Johnson outperform James Washington? And does James Conner get 150 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground?
their offensive skill positions are like a fucking amusement park, man. I mean, they really are. I love every part of it. I feel like Claypool is moving into that James Washington spot, perhaps. I mean, this guy's a rookie. He's catching. He's making plays. So I mean, he's not going to be my first. I'm not rushing to get him in my lineup, but if I'm desperate, if there's a dart throw, then yeah, he's a dart throw right now. He's not anything more than that.
Yeah.
So you're not starting him in your league?
No, unless I have nobody else. And unless bye weeks haven't even started yet, and this is like a bye week, dart throw fill in is what he is right now.
What if you went up against Ryan Fitzpatrick and Gesicki and James Robinson on Thursday night, and you need a Hail Mary?
Yeah, if you needed a Hail Mary, then I don't know. I mean, I would consider him as a Hail Mary. I wouldn't be like, oh, this is my Hail Mary guy, but I'd consider him to be one of those, a potential Hail Mary guy. I don't know.
Yeah, Claypool is one of those guys that I really like as an outlier if you have to use somebody. But Deontay Johnson is taking over that offense when it comes to the targets. He's number 2 in the league in targets. As a matter of fact, he's out targeted with Juju, and you know what they say in NFL. Targets are earned, and I think Deontay Johnson's the best receiver on that team. And I'm all over Deontay Johnson every chance I can get. And so he's my guy. And Chase Claypool, his outlier performances, I do believe he will take over James Washington as the 3rd receiver, but that's not going to be the guy that Ben Roethlisberger looks for continuously. And so I'm big on Deontay Johnson in this game. I do think Juju will have a few targets in the end zone, and I love that. But that's where I'm at on that.
So we saw James Washington shrink down to 31 targets this past week, and then Chase Claypool bumped up to 24 targets. So I feel like it is going to be kind of like a mixed, bag of tricks over there. I like Chase Claypool. I think he can perform, but I'm not willing to play him yet.
I'm with you. Yeah.
In my seasonal lineups. So when it comes to James Conner, you guys think he's going to explode like I do?
Fuck no. James Conner, no.
I think if he gets the volume,
the Texans, guys.
Yeah, but he's gonna sprain his ankle on the first drive.
I mean, I'm not going that far, but I do know that he's just not been reliable, and so he's not a guy that I feel confident putting in. Obviously, if he's one of my guys and I have to play him and I don't have any better options, I'm playing him. But
exactly. There's no way you're like, yeah, man, I can't wait to start James Conner this weekend. No one is saying that.
I mean, honestly, Snell's look better than him, and so
yeah, but he didn't get the touches last week.
I know, but Conner. I mean, I'm not starting any one of those guys if I don't have to. They're a must start only if I have nothing better.
Yeah, that's you're playing a Pittsburgh Steeler running back only if you have to. You have no other choice. I mean,
I like it. I have it in DFS a lot of places. I have the stack of James Conner in the defense.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and answer this question. Unless you guys, who's going to be the receiver over there? Who's going to catch all the passes for the Texans?
Oh, that's a great question.
I got Will Fuller.
Cooks?
Will Fuller. Cooks? I got Fuller.
Who's Will Fuller? I've never heard of him.
I'm in the same camp. I think Will Fuller has the biggest upside, but I think Cooks has the safest.
Yeah, it's got to be Cooks. I mean, you cannot be like. He's past he's no longer the concussion guy because he's he's well past that whole like whatever. So, I mean, once he gets another concussion, then we'll say goodbye to him forever, most likely. But yeah, so he's regular Brandon Cooks right now. He's not like the guy that just had a concussion. It's the next season, new team. He's working his way into the offense.
How many different offenses has he had to learn now?
Oh, well, that's his movie. That's his movie. He's got, he's that guy, man. He's that guy. Hey, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know. My sixth team,
Tampa Bay, Oakland, Oakland. The
Where do you
Raiders.
see yourself in 5 years? I love that. I love that. All right, so let's go ahead and bounce over to this question real quick from the Jump Man, Jay. Henderson, Golden Tate, Sean Jackson, or start Julio Jones at PPR. I think Julio Jones is doubtful right now, right?
I don't know, but I can't wait to find out because I got him in a few leagues, and so I'm holding like everybody else. Obviously, if Julio's playing, I'm playing him.
I love it. I love my answer to this question.
Well, let's hear your answer. Since
God, he's going to say Henderson. I know it. He's going to say Henderson.
Fuck yeah, baby. Darrell Henderson.
No, don't do it.
This is the play. Yeah, fuck yeah. Why not? Why can't it be Darrell Henderson? Why not?
Because the Bills are great up against the running back.
Brown is pinky. Come on. He's gonna be sipping some cocktails tonight. He's gonna aggravate it. That's what's gonna happen if Darrell Henderson.
I'm gonna get back with, but in that situation, if Julio Jones doesn't play, I'm playing D-Jax.
I think I'm leaning that way too. Maybe Golden Tate, but I'm probably leaning D-Jax because he's the only target over there for the Eagles.
In a must-win game at Philly, I'm going to play the guy that I think has the biggest upside.
I don't know. I like the guy that's going to get the most touches, and I think Henderson's going to get more touches than DJ.
He will get more touches. I don't know if he can do anything with them, and that's just my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree with you.
That's fair. Buffalo Bills D. You're right, but on the turf, who knows?
All right, so do the Vikings find their legs up against the Titans this week?
Ooh, the Vikings and the Titans. Where's that game at?
Titans?
I believe.
Tennessee.
No, I believe it's in Minnesota.
Yeah, I think it's Minnesota. Yeah, it's at Minnesota.
Yep.
I mean, if there's ever going to be a get-right game for the Vikings, they might as well fucking do it this week. Because why not, right?
I don't know. They're 0-2 versus 2-0.
I mean, they can't be that terrible. There hasn't been
reigning AFC championship game team, but
this is a
they've looked
desperation
really
game.
bad. They've looked really bad. And a lot of you guys know I'm a Tennessee homer.
Oh,
but I don't know. This is a game that kind of confuses me a little bit. But I love Dalvin Cook so much, and without AJ Brown, one of my sneaky plays is well, obviously everybody knows Jonnu Smith is a good play in this game, but and a lot of people I know are playing Derrick Henry. I'm a little off Derrick Henry right now, but I like Adam Humphries.
this is a get-right game for everybody, man. I think this is a good one, man. This is going to be a down and dirty number.
Look, I want to hear what you guys think about the Vikings receivers. Who's going to score what? I mean, besides Thielen, you got Jefferson and
Is Adoree Jackson out?
I don't know. I haven't heard that. I haven't done my final review on my defensive players. I think he's playing.
Oh, listen, Justin Jefferson. He had a decent game last week.
I like Jefferson.
He's gonna have a little bit better a game this week. Irv Smith. I mean, he's still a young guy too. Everyone's forgetting about Irv Smith. Everyone's just like, oh,
I was just about to say, I think Irv Smith. This is the Irv Smith breakout game.
Everyone's
if there
like,
ever was one.
Yeah. Everyone's like, Irv Smith is Chris Herndon.
Nothing I would like more than Irv Smith breakout game because I got a few shares of this guy. But tell Kirk Cousins that he needs to throw to him because he hasn't even looked his way.
Kirk Cousins isn't going to be able to throw this week, so he might have 5 pass attempts. But don't forget, guys, it started out the same way for the Vikings last year. Kirk Cousins went through like 3 straight weeks of like under 25 attempts or something like that, and he didn't get the juice flowing. And they're doing it to him again this year. And Kirk Cousins is a guy that needs to pass in order to get his I guess mojo down. Like he needs to be able to pass the ball. And with them limiting his passing attempts, like it's Kirk Cousins isn't going to be right.
I get it.
He's like, you can do Jimmy Garoppolo, great. He doesn't have to have any kind of flow. He's fine passing 25 times a game, 20 times a game. He's fine. Tom Brady's another guy that's fine passing a certain amount of times a game. Kirk Cousins needs to have that flow. He needs to get the momentum started. And this is probably one of the worst landing spots for Kirk Cousins overall. Great for like a guy like Case Keenum, but worse, like terrible for a guy like Kirk Cousins, who needs to pass a lot in order to get the juices flowing.
So what are you projecting on him?
I mean, I don't see anything happening with him this week. I don't think he's going to restart the mojo this week.
Man, I got him so far down. As a matter of fact, my projection has
be the last quarterback, ranked this week, to be honest with you.
My projection has him at
outside of Teddy Bridgewater,
15-point floor and a 24-point ceiling.
That sounds about right. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead. We had another question come in from Jamie. Start 2: Beasley, Pascal, or Edwards?
Wow.
That's tough, man. That must be a really deep league, I hope.
Very deep. 32-team league. You got to start one of those, two of those guys.
I'm going Beasley.
I think
it's pretty easy.
Start 2. I'm going to go Beasley and Edwards.
Well, I might go Beasley and Pascal.
Who?
Without
Beasley and
I'm
Pascal
going Beasley and
over
Edwards.
Edwards. Start 2.
Beasley
And Pascal or Edwards.
In other words, the best of the worst.
Start 2: Beasley, Pascal, or Edwards. Who am I sitting? Oh wow, this is a great one.
So I just think the Colts are going to run the ball all day.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't start Pascal because I wouldn't start Naheem Hines either.
No.
This is a Jonathan Taylor game.
So you're going Edwards?
This is all Beasley Edwards.
I don't hate Edwards, but Gilmore's probably going to be on Edwards.
Ruggs is out also. What?
Yeah, but Gilmore's going to be on Edwards.
Yeah. So
Still
I'm not touching Edwards. I don't think.
I'm not touching Pascal either.
Saw a significant snap share after T.Y. Hilton went down. Just saying, I'm going to sip my bourbon.
I'm a Pascal guy. I have him in the Dynasty Warzone Listener League.
He's up against the Jets.
That's fair, but that doesn't mean that everyone's going to have a fruitful day against the Jets.
Why not?
I mean, you got Mo Alley Cox, baby. You got Mo Cox. Don't you want to get your hands on Mo Cox or no?
Oh man! So you're going Edwards, and Beasley. I think Beasley's the lock here.
I feel like Jamie Perogue. Get your hands on Mo Cox ASAP right now,
and play him over these two receivers.
I would play Mo Alley Cox over all three.
I like Mo Alley Cox. I think he's a great guy, but I think
even in the standard league, fuck it. I feel like a PPR, regular PPR. I mean, what do we have? Like 11 targets. He had like 10 catches last week. The Jets are they're terrible. They're the worst team in the league. Why wouldn't you not start guys that are going against the worst team in the league? Now, the argument against the pass catchers is that they're going to be running. It's going to be the game script. But when you have Phil Rivers who dumps it off, it's a tight end. It's a tight end fucking fest.
Wait, where the fuck is Hammercast at right now? Is it light outside? Is that his window?
Dude, let's talk about what the fuck is behind him there. What's that? A fucking
that's
is that like a fucking business, like a conference?
I didn't mean to do that. No, I want to know what's going on in the back. Where are you? Like, where are you right now?
Are you in like a fucking space station in outer space or something right now?
It's a conference room, man.
That's a fucking
background.
It's a back. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm like, why is it light outside where he's at? Where the hell is this guy right now?
and right now he's missing his arm. Right, where's your arm?
Hey guys, we are going to answer your questions. We just answered your question. But wait, let's go ahead and hop to the next one real quick, and then we'll answer Jason's question and Du Bois' question. All right, we got the Chargers and the Panthers lineup next.
Hey, hold on a second, Chase. Can I interrupt? Where can I share this link right now? Like, what the fuck is what? Do you have it on Twitter? Link to this?
Yeah, I shared it to our group, didn't I?
No, you shared the StreamYard, but you didn't share like the link.
Oh, you want the YouTube?
Yeah, with like if I want to like some of my derelict dirtbag friends to tune in, like what do I?
Yeah, sorry, I assumed that everybody had StreamYard. So,
well, StreamYard is if you just want to fucking come into the show, right?
No, I'm sorry. Periscope. Periscope.
Yeah.
I shared the Periscope link
What's
on our
like
group.
a YouTube or Twitter or something? Or
I'll send you I'll send it to the Hot Sauce League.
ooh, baby.
Oh, I
I
never
love that.
shared.
As soon as you say Hot Sauce League, I instantly think of the Dynasty Hot Sauce podcast, which I am the host of, FYI, at Dynasty Hot Sauce.
Dude,
Pod.
plug yourself. You want to plug yourself real quick? Go ahead,
Hey,
plug yourself.
FF Larry Monkey, baby. Follow me on Twitter. You get some hot takes. Tune into my podcast. You want some Dynasty football knowledge dropped on you? We will turn you into a Dynasty Clever Clogs. How about that?
What? You want to give a plug real quick as well? Go ahead.
I'm good. Hammercast.com, Hammerjacks. I'm on Twitter, Hammerjacks1. We got a lot of guys that are very talented, way more talented than I am, like the boys, Jesse Schuster, John Camacho, Kenneth Smith, Chad Taylor. A lot of good talent on there. We hope you join us and have some fun with us.
All right, so we are going to get to these questions, guys. I have
nice.
a few questions lining up. We are going to get to them. Don't worry, but we want to talk about the Carolina Panthers and Chargers matchup first.
Oh my
Because
God.
Chargers secondary is great, right? Like their secondary is on point. Their run defense is terrible. Is Curtis Samuel? Is Curtis Samuel actually going to be a thing in that run game?
You know, people are talking about that, but I'm just not sold on it. I'm anxious to see what happens because I have him and I have to start him because I have so many injuries. And so, but I'm still not sold on it. I don't know what the hell they're doing, and I'm not gonna risk playing any of those guys at running back, Bonifan, Samuel, or Davis. I mean, Davis is the one guy. If I have to play him, I'm going to play him, but that's it.
What you got, Larry? You like Curtis Samuel?
I do like Curtis Samuel, honestly. I do not like Robbie Anderson. I'm a and I'm a Jets fan, and I'm an anti-Robbie Anderson guy. He does not, yeah. What about that big pass he caught from Sam Darnold that one time in last season? Yeah, when it's time to make a big catch, boom, he's like Ewing at the line, making.
Well, Bridgewater seems to like him.
You realize that 90% of our audience will not realize what Ewing at the line means, right?
Well, dude, I thought I was when you're in like right around that area, right? What are you in Virginia or Maryland or something there?
I'm in Virginia, but Ewing's still like 9 hours north of me or something.
Patrick Ewing Sr.
But I'm a Knicks fan, so I know what you meant. I'm a Knicks fan, so I know what you meant.
But Robbie Anderson goes out for a pass when the game's on the line. It just clanks off his hands. That's my beef with Robbie Anderson. So I was not. I'm one of the few Jets fans that it was okay for him to fucking piece. And everyone was like, Robbie Anderson, man, and whatever, dude. So he had a couple of good games. I think you got to sell him, man. Sell Robbie Anderson as fast as you can. Right now, his value's through the roof. Get rid of him. Curtis Samuel is no joke, man. He was money last year.
Money last year in air yards.
He's not the deep target though.
Last year in points.
No, but listen here. But if we're talking dynasty, season long. I mean, God, depends on the league size. But yeah, I'm not starting Curtis Samuel because he's like the fucking forgotten stepson or whatever.
What about Joshua Kelly?
Oh, Kelly in a heartbeat. Well,
he's a start, right?
Dynasty or redraft. I mean, what are we talking?
He's a start, right?
Kelly. Yeah, Joshua Kelly. The ceiling on him is
up against Carolina, it should absolutely go through the roof.
Yeah,
considering Carolina gives up 30 points a game to the running backs, I do like. I just hate that when you have a 50-50 split, and Eckler has gotten 20 points, 20 carries a game, both games.
Dude, they had 43 carries last week.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, you know what? If I have to play one of those guys, I'm screwed.
Give up whatever you can.
43 touches.
But carries. I mean, he's getting more carries than he's ever gotten. And of course, the good news is they're both getting carries, and that's great. But god dang, who do you pick? And so if you have another, I
mean, they both did all right last week, right?
I agree.
I think you start both. I think it's the best running back duo in the entire NFL right now.
I would still take Chubb and Hunt over those two. As far
as you're right.
But
you're right. I got you. All right, so let's answer some of these questions because now they're starting to Build
Pile
up.
up. Let's do it. Rapid fire.
All right, rapid fire.
Woo!
I don't know why I had to yell that, but I did. My dog probably is pissed at me right now because I probably woke him up. All right, who would you start? Hardman, Aguilar, Bourne. He
Hardman.
lost. Is this
I'm
start
going-
two?
I'm going for the
Outside.
if it's those three guys, I'm throwing fucking Hardman just for the fuck of it. Just for
I
the
like Hardman.
boomer bust.
What's his name? That's got. He's in a concussion protocol, isn't he? Sammy Watkins.
Hardman's due. Yeah, Hardman's due number one. Secondly, you're right. Watkins is iffy, so who knows about that? But I like the fact that Nicole Hardman is due for a big game, and he's a boomer bust. Like this is a huge game for the game for them against the
And I
Ravens.
have no
Yeah,
confidence
man.
that the
Hardman all day.
49ers are going to be able to throw to more than one or two players.
I
Ah,
like
fucking-
Hardman, but I want to throw a little twist in there. All right, Stephon Gilmore. He struggles with speed. So if Aguilar gets moved to his side, to the side that he's on, we could see Aguilar have, possibly 2 or 3 catches of over 20 yards and a touchdown, if not 2. It's
Or
very
2
possible.
Passes that hit him in the
All
hand.
right, okay. Listen,
Yeah, that's possible.
this is fucking rubbish.
That's probably more possible.
I'm putting the kibosh on this right now. You're not starting fucking Nelson Aguilar. All right, move on. Next.
I have him in DFS. I'm just
You're not
saying.
starting that guy. Come on, don't listen to him.
Maybe changes the lineup here in about
If it's two, because he said he lost 2 guys. It said he lost 2 guys.
Aguilar.
the
Do you have Aguilar or Bourne?
remember in Philadelphia
Bourne.
when the guy grabbed the baby that fell out of the window and he said, "I caught him unlike Aguilar." It's still
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite video of all time.
Dude, I'm gonna laugh because so I'll never forget this. This is probably one of the biggest fantasy things that is engraved into my brain. It was the week that Nelson Aguilar had 13 targets. He caught 10 of them, but his other 3 that he missed, were drops that could have gone for touchdowns. It literally hit him in the hands, and he was wide open. I'll never forget it. All right, so we said rapid fire. This is not rapid fire. All right, McLeod or Edelman at full PPR. I'm going Edelman.
I'm going with Terry McLaurin. 'Cause I think that game's going to be great.
Denzel
McLaurin,
Ward.
I think he's going to get 80% of the targets.
Good luck on Denzel Ward, guys. All right, Jared Cook versus Green Bay, or Noah Fant versus Tampa Bay. I'm going Noah Fant because Tampa Bay is actually really bad up against the tight end so far, and they were bad up against the pass. They started to do better in like the 6 weeks remaining in the season, but I still like Noah Fant. He's going to be the main guy, and he's going to be the red zone target. Jerry Jeudy's dropping passes everywhere. KJ Hamler is a speed guy. I like Noah Fant as a possession receiver, not a tight end.
I'm with you. I agree with this one. I would typically take the best quarterback, which is Drew Brees and Jared Cook. But for this case, I'll take Driscoll and Noah Fant. I'm all on it.
I don't think you can go wrong with either. Honestly,
I
both
think they're
guys.
both gonna be
Both
good
guys. Driscoll's a serviceable QB. Fant is their best offensive weapon
Yep.
right now. And yeah, I don't think. And we all know who the best receivers are in New Orleans right now, and that's
I think you're going to see a lot of Kamara.
so. I mean, Cook and Fant, I think, are neck and neck. I don't think you can go wrong with either guys. I would actually start Cook over some wide receivers.
Oh my
honestly.
God. I don't even know how to say your name, but Jesus, back off in the comments over there.
Who's that?
Oh my God. I've gotten 4 questions in 2 minutes. Dude, no, we got other things we got to cover.
Start Kelly. Just definitely start Kelly. It's the same one. He just started.
Go Fant over Cook.
Yeah, Fan. All right, no, but look at this. Look at this.
Sexier
Look at this.
Fan is
Look
the
at this.
sexier pick.
All right.
Oh my God,
here's
it's all separate comments.
Okay,
Chill
here's the
out.
thing.
We're going to get to, but we're going to cover the
we
next
get-
game first.
Okay, Fan is the sexier pick, but Cook's probably the safer pick.
No, I was talking about the other comments that are coming up. All
Let's
right.
go to this big dude. Let's go to this dude.
No. We're going to do the Jets and the Colts, and we'll come back to them.
All
You
right.
can wait. It's been literally 2 minutes, so you can wait.
All right, there, FF intervention.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so Jets and Colts. The Jets secondary is absolutely, atrocious. But we did have Paris Campbell go out. I feel like T.Y. Hilton actually slides back into the slot, and we're going to see a lot of Pascal and a lot of Pittman. How are you guys feeling about this lineup?
I'm Well, first of all, I need to find out what's going on with Doyle or Mo Alley Cox. From what I'm hearing, is Doyle's going to play. He had a full practice on Friday.
Better play, else he's going to lose his starting job.
Right, because I think Mo Alley Cox has a lot better talent.
Mo Alley Cox has been used as a blocker, and I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Mo Alley Cox has primarily been used as a blocker, and I don't get it.
He's better. He's just better, and we all know this. And you know what? Honestly, the coaches know it too. I think this is a game where they're going to be able to run the ball and stay running the ball. I think this is a Jonathan Taylor game. I think he has a potential for 150 yards, 2 to 3 touchdowns, and they're a 10-point favorite. And whenever you have a running game that strong with our offensive line that strong, and you have a 10-point advantage on the Vegas line, I stay away from the receivers. So if I'm playing this game at all, I'm playing Jonathan Taylor. I'm not even screwing around with anything else.
Oh, start all your Colts. Are you kidding me? This is the Jets.
No, I'm not starting all the Colts. I'm not.
Yeah.
They're actually normally pretty good up against running back.
First of all, if you want to talk about a fantasy football team, you want to start Mo Cox. Get your hands.
You just like saying Mo Cox.
But you know what? Rivers loves Cox. We've heard it all.
Oh, dude. If FF Intervention was Mo Cox, then him and he was married to Phil Rivers, they would have more kids than Phil Rivers currently has.
All right, I really like T.Y. Hilton in this matchup, guys. I don't love Jonathan Taylor in this matchup, but I'll play him this week for sure.
Well, the Jets have well, actually, the run defense is the biggest strength of their team, and it's still mediocre at this point because of you don't have Jamal Adams anymore.
Like I said, I'm still playing him, but I don't love him in this matchup. Like I'm not if I have an option between, I don't know, not Kareem Hunt. If I have an option between another guy that I really, really like, I'm kind of fading, Jonathan Taylor to an extent. Like he said, the biggest strength is the defensive line and the run game. Now, I love T.Y. Hilton, actually. I would play T.Y. Hilton over Jonathan Taylor, to be honest with you. I think in the slot, like he's going to demolish Brian Poole. Like it's not even going to be close. And he has upside of 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you have, Jonathan Taylor who could see maybe so I have projected Jonathan Taylor to have like 95 total yards, I think, 65 on the ground, 30 yards receiving on, right around 3.5 yards per carry, I think, if I remember correctly. So anyways, ain't a touchdown. But either way, T.Y. Hilton has the upside with PPR. So I like T.Y. Hilton.
The any game the Jets are involved with is just like a stain on your life. So I think you should stay away from this game unless you have any Colts. Then start Colts. But there's no Jets you want to play in this game at all. It's just disgusting. The Jets are in a really bad.
If I had to play a Jet, it would be Chris Herndon.
I like Herndon this week, actually.
And so if I had to play a Jet, it would be Herndon. But I think Taylor's going to just completely dominate this game.
Yeah. Is Crowder in or out?
They're out. He's out.
He's out.
The Jets.
Is Berrios play? Berrios went off last week.
Dude, I mean, they have nobody else. Yeah, I mean, it depends how.
If you have to play that guy, you really failed as a fantasy owner.
Dude, he went off last week. And the Colts aren't great.
The top 3 receivers for the Jets are Berrios, Malone, and Hogan.
I like Berrios.
That's like the history. That's the historically worst wide receiver trio ever.
I'm playing Berrios in a 16-team league.
That's fair.
16 team, I get it.
All right, let's answer this question for Dave.
Just my final thought: if you have Jonathan Taylor and you don't play him, shame on you.
Yeah,
he's going to kill it.
You gotta play him.
All right, Dobbins, Jonnu, or Traquan Smith, full PPR. Ooh, I like Traquan Smith.
I do too.
Yep, Smith.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's really good. Like he's been underrated.
Smith Dobbins is my.
He is by far the best player on the team, and Drew Brees knows he's the best player without Michael Thomas, obviously, and it showed last week. It's a no-brainer.
All right, finally get to this question of this knucklehead who's been sitting there messaging us nonstop. I'm just messing with you, man. By the way, I got your back.
We love you.
Oh, Kelly, Lamb. God, this is like a whole mouthful. All right. Kelly, Lamb, Green, Davis, Freeman, Odell, Dots. Wait, why are you asking so many questions?
I don't know where to start. Pick a receiver, running back, and a flex. Full PPR. Okay, so if I had to pick one of each,
At least put the running backs together, right?
right?
Melvin Gordon's a lock,
I mean,
right?
who's Davis? I mean, I'm just kidding, but
Melvin Gordon's a lock.
Odell, Deontay, Melvin, or
Melvin Gordon's a lock this week for sure. And I like Kelly. He could be a flex option, but Melvin Gordon's a lock.
is Melvin Gordon
Ravens-
a lock
Yeah, he is.
against the Tampa Bay defense?
Yeah, they're not good up against the run this year for some reason. I don't really know why.
They're
They're 28th on DraftKings.
What's that?
They're 28th on DraftKings. I haven't seen.
Actually, on DraftKings, Tampa Bay is only allowing 14 points a game. Number one against
Pick a receiver, running back, and a flex, huh?
the
No, they're
running.
not.
As a matter of fact, Christian McCaffrey couldn't get 3 yards of carry last week. I would never, ever play
What?
Melvin Gordon. Tampa Bay's got one of the best run defenses in the league.
No.
Yeah, you want to go in it? You want to go here?
No,
I'm
Tampa
definitely
Bay's.
starting Lamb.
I'm looking at it right now.
Bay's run
Tampa Bay is fifth.
I'm probably starting Lamb and Deontay.
Tampa Bay is fifth in points allowed to the running back so far this year.
Answer
And so you want to
Tabalova.
fifth?
They're
Of Tabalova. If I'm answering Tabalova's question, I'm starting Lamb. I'm starting CD Lamb. And I'm starting Deontay or Russell Gage. One of those three. I'm starting two of those three.
I'm
Yeah,
starting Davis as the running back. I'm starting Deontay Johnson as the receiver.
I think you're on last year's stuff because
No, I'm looking at what I'm looking at my this year's notes, but
they just allowed 42.7 points in PPR to the running back position last week up against the Cardinals.
who?
I mean, up against Carolina. Sorry. They allowed 60 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns,
60 rushing yards.
and 117 receiving yards.
Okay, but that's very telling. Running back.
It was only 20 carries, 19 carries actually,
19
and 2 touchdowns.
All I know is the numbers I got from DraftKings are this year running back worst matchup for DraftKings is Denver against Tampa Bay. Denver has only given up 14.6 yards to the running back, not yards but points.
I don't think that's right. They literally just crushed it last week.
McCaffrey averaged last week
What?
3 yards a carry.
What's it? What are we doing? Answering a question here or what?
I don't know.
We're talking about Melvin Gordon.
I'm not starting Melvin Gordon.
I thought he was injured. Is he playing this week? I thought he was out.
No, he's in. He's in.
Anyway,
All right.
This
Moving
is
on.
a great one to follow up on.
follow-up question. I'll get back to you on that one.
All right. So I have Melvin Gordon starting for the running back. And then we have probably Lamb for wide receiver. And Deontay Johnson for the flex.
Yes, agreed.
Is that what you said?
I'm gonna go with Mike Davis, Odell Beckham, and Deontay Johnson, and that's where I'm at.
Oh, Mike Davis. I am not sold on Mike Davis. I think you're going to see some fucking Reggie Bonifon, motherfucker.
You may. I agree.
I like the Kelly. I don't know what the Melvin Gordon thing is.
Last week,
So, Gordon, Lamb, and Deontay. That's a no. I think those are 3.
I like Deontay.
You can't argue with them.
All right,
Next.
let's go.
Next.
Cowboys and Seahawks.
Let's
Do it. Hit it, bitch.
Cowboys and Seahawks. What do you guys got here? Because this is the chalk play for DFS, and this is where everybody's going to. I think you got to start every player. I think you have to start every player here.
It's close.
Talk about it.
I like the deep threat of Michael Gallup. I like the underneath of CeeDee Lamb. I like the mid range of Amari Cooper. I like the running backs. I like every part of this. Like, is there even anything to discuss?
Game is Tyler Lockett. I think he's the safest play, and I love him. And I also like Gallup, But and you know what? I think Schultz is going to surprise.
Dalton Schultz. He surprised last week. They're going to shut his ass down this week. You know how that goes down. You know how that works.
I don't like Schultz.
Who they going to shut him down?
You know how that works. When somebody has a big week, then they do nothing the next week. That's how it goes down.
Okay.
Right? That's my guess. I don't know.
I don't like Schultz.
I'm starting him this week actually in one league, so I hope he goes off. I hope so. But yeah, that's my reverse jinx psychology. My reverse jinx psychology.
Yeah, I'm not touching I'm not touching Dalton this week up against Jamal Adams. Although it's weird. So Jamal Adams actually last week covered the slot and was matched up with Edelman, which was really, really weird to me. And he allowed 6 receptions on 6 targets for 157 yards.
Yeah, Jamal Adams is terrible in coverage. That's
but he's good up against the tight end.
He's famous for being terrible in coverage.
But he's really good up against the tight end.
Yeah, he's great with tight ends. Yeah, that's his thing.
But they didn't use him for the tight end.
But the point. Okay, go ahead.
They didn't use him for the tight end. They used him in the slot. And if they use him again in the slot, that makes me nervous.
Right.
Like I don't think he should ever be used in the slot.
Really? I agree.
Yeah, no, but up against tight end, he's actually really good. So if he gets matched up against the tight end, versus the slot,
they do that, and they know. I mean, these coaches are smarter than we are. And
yeah,
so,
okay.
I mean,
I'm
that's
just kidding.
why.
All right, ready to move on to the next one?
Do it.
But I will tell you this:
We have a question.
Lock is the high score of the game.
All right. 0.5 PPR, flex Gallup, Ingram, or Gage. I kind of like Gallup.
I'm a Gage flexor right here.
All depends on Julio. If Julio doesn't play, I'm on Gage. If he does, I'm on Gallup.
Julio's been out all season, and Gage has been money both games.
Targets.
Yeah, Gage is just going to continue his reign.
So no Ingram love.
No.
I actually kind of like Ingram up against the
I like Ingram. I like Ingram too, but I love Ingram. But
not over Gallup.
To contend with Edwards and Dobbins, and
if you need safety, then go Ingram. But if you want upside, I think you should go Gallup. Like Ingram's going to have the touches.
I can get down with that.
If you want 6 points, go Ingram. If you want 18 points,
he could have 12 very easily. 60 yards and a touchdown.
Get the fuck out of here.
He could.
GTFO. Did I do that right?
All right, Lions and Cardinals.
I love this.
This is my favorite shootout. You know why?
I'm all over Kyler. I'm all over Hopkins. I'm all over Drake.
What's the over-under for Matt
Hawkinson?
I have a great one. What's the over-under for the Matt Stafford pick 6?
Doesn't matter.
1.5?
I like Matt Stafford's safety in a lot of cases, man. And Darrell Bevel actually keeps the ball from having interceptions out of it.
Stafford is the king of the pick 6. He's the pick 6.
I love this game.
Never the past 2 years, man. You're living too much in the past, bro.
Get out of the past.
Why do I have? I'm just living, man. So I'm not living in a specific fucking moment in time.
Darrell Bevel was the offensive coordinator for Russell Wilson forever. He's actually really good at preventing turnovers. Now they still have him with Matthew Stafford because he's willing to take chances and he believes in his arm strength. But to be honest with you, Andy Isabella is the player.
No, stop.
Andy Isabella season.
You know what? He's the guy.
Let's go.
You play when you have nobody else.
I'm a game flexer, but it all depends on Julio.
I will say this: that Kyler Murray, Kenyon Drake, and
beer, baby.
And I like Hawkinson a lot. I like Hawkinson a real lot.
Even if Golladay plays?
Yes. Oh, even better if Golladay plays.
I like him better if he doesn't because he's going to be the red zone target. When Galladay's in, he's primarily that red zone guy. So I like Hawkinson if Golladay doesn't play.
Let's see what happens. But I will say this, that if I'm going to play anybody in this game, it's going to be Murray, Drake, Hopkins, and Hawkinson.
This is the biggest shootout, though. Like, you're playing everybody in this matchup, including Andy Isabella, right?
You're stacking this game.
What is this for?
Oh, my God.
Andy Isabella season?
Wait. He's going to milk it all the way with the no voice.
I can't.
But he's not
Okay.
going to cook it with a no drinking. That's for sure.
I can't. Oh my god. Hey
Well-
guys, we are going to answer your questions. By the way, in the group chat, we are going to answer your questions over there on
I
YouTube.
do love Annie Isabella. With Christian Kirk out, I think we could see a real surprise with Isabella. He's really good.
My hottest take was that Andy Isabella was going to severely outproduce Larry Fitzgerald and possibly outproduce Christian Kirk.
Well,
think this is
I
Dan
don't
Arnold.
think he could outproduce Kirk, but I think I agree with you. He could outproduce Isabella. I mean,
This is
Isabella.
Dan Arnold, baby. Dan Arnold season.
Fitzgerald, I think
Dan Arnold.
faster, way better.
I
route
like it.
See what happens.
Those 4 wide receiver sets with Dan Arnold, man, is impressive.
Dan Arnold's getting targets, baby. He's getting targets. He's gonna get some targets in the fucking red zone too, man. This is how it's gonna go down tomorrow.
Is Chase Edmonds startable?
Only if you have no other options.
I mean, we're talking vacuum stuff here. This is a vacuum conversation. All depends on the settings of your league, how deep your roster is. I mean, I'm not starting him if I'm in like some pussy fucking redraft league. Chase Edmonds is not gonna be my starting lineup in a 10 or 12 team league. He's a bench guy. I mean, if my team sucks that much that I have to start fucking Chase Edmonds, then you have other problems somewhere else.
Madison or Pollard or any of those guys. It's in case of emergency, break glass. That's what that guy is.
I think they could both be relevant. I think they're both flex plays
I
this
think
week.
Kenyon Drake kills it this week.
Yeah, I mean, well, Edmonds seen a significant snap share compared to what most backup running backs are seeing. So I actually like both this week. But yeah, all right. So let's answer some of these questions.
Do it.
Let's go.
You guys ready?
Come on, baby.
I feel like this is like the most exciting part of y'all's night is actually answering the questions.
Because
All right.
everything else sucks.
We already did that one.
What else?
Hayden Hurst or
Hurst.
Jared Cook.
Hurst.
What is?
What is he doing?
Look at this.
This guy's crazy, man. I like that. I got a party with this guy.
Okay.
This is some fucking pizza, baby.
Wait, which one's pizza for you? Hayden Hurst or Jared Cook?
I'm going Hurst. I want some Hayden Hurst. That's my free topping. You get one free topping. I want bacon. Two toppings on my large pie. I want some bacon and Hayden Hurst.
All right, so we
I
got,
like it.
we got Bacon and Hurst.
Bacon and Hurst.
All right, what else we got?
Oh man. So yeah, I think we're all on Hurst here this week. I like Hurst a lot. All right, so we have which RB should I trade to upgrade wide receiver? So in other words, which guy should he get rid of, with the value?
Oh my God, Fournette.
I like Fournette, man. I think he's gonna find a click in there. I really do. I had Fournette at first.
Fournette first over those guys.
I
The
think
other guys
Gibson.
are all RB1 opportunities.
If this is redraft, I'm saying Gibson because that offensive line in Washington is terrible. It is so bad, and it's just not. It's not the offensive line that I want a running back behind, and I think his value's up there. I think you can get Tyler Lockett for Gibson. I really do. Do you guys think that you could get Tyler Lockett for Gibson?
No.
Where's the line that you draw for Gibson? Like if you were trying to offer Gibson to somebody else, where would you draw the line for wide receivers?
This is a great question because I just posed this. I'm in a number of fantasy football chats. Everybody's got their own chat and stuff, which is amazing because this community is great. But I actually posed this question tonight, and what it was Gibson plus blank equals Lamb. What
That's a great question.
What would you add to Antonio Gibson to get CD Lamb?
Second round pick.
I know this is I know this is different than what you were just talking about. That's what I just did this like 2 or 3 hours ago. I just was just like Antonio Gibson plus blank equals Lamb.
Second round pick.
You think a 2021 second rounder added to Antonio Gibson?
Antonio Gibson's fire right now, man.
What?
Antonio Gibson is fire right now.
I know he's ascending. You're
And
right.
he's a running back versus wide receiver. Wait, what just happened over there? Did somebody just fall into a bunch of pots and pans?
I feel like someone just I feel like there was a bull in a china shop that just happened or something.
I don't know. All right. So for this question, I would trade away Gibson because his trade stock is fire right now. And that's behind a very, very bad offensive line. Now, if we're talking dynasty, I would trade away Fournette or Carson. Probably Carson because Carson doesn't have much left in the tank, in my opinion.
Right.
But yeah, if it's
I don't want
redraft,
either of those guys, but yeah, Carson, I would try to get rid of first, and then Fournette also. I would let Fournette marinate a little bit on the Bucks before I would get rid of him.
he's gonna have some significant weeks.
Yeah,
All
I'd
right.
let him have another like 1 or 2. Like if he goes off this week, then yeah, his value will not be higher. If he goes berserk this week, his value will not be higher.
I agree.
Guys, we have 3 more games left.
Let's go.
Do it.
Buccaneers and Broncos. Do you guys like KJ Hamler? Do you guys like the dump truck, aka Jeff Driscoll? If you guys have not heard by Linda,
Oh,
have you guys seen that yet? Have you guys puked in your mouth yet?
I have
A
not.
little bit.
Have you seen it though?
I have not seen anything, and I think that's a good thing, perhaps, from what I've heard.
Linda, tag both these guys. Linda, if you're listening, tag both these guys.
Don't sell Mixon. Who the hell was that guy that wanted to sell Mixon?
Mixon might not be a bad choice this year.
I would not sell Mixon either.
See, I'm confused. I mean, are we mixing up dynasty and redraft questions here?
Yeah, kind of. I don't even know what's happening. But Linda, if you're in here,
We're having
please.
a fun Saturday night. Is what's happening.
I dig it. No, I dig it. I dig it all. So yeah, bring it all on. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to answer questions. I just
Look at
would
the
like to
fancy
know, a little
glass
more
case
specific.
there.
The specific I'm all about.
Yes.
You guys are really bad at interrupting each other, by the way.
Well, we try.
What are you drinking, man? What is that? Like a Yoo-hoo over there up there?
I'm still in the red solo cup world here. You know.
Are you talking to me because I'm young?
Yeah,
All right.
man.
So, Linda, you need to tag both
He
these
does have a
guys
fancy
in the
ass
dump truck.
Chase has got his pinky in the air with that fucking.
I can't help it, dude. I do it all the freaking time. And normally, it's kind of funny because normally I drink from here instead of like here, but I just don't care, which is why you can see it's all cloudy.
Just sniff it.
I mean, where was that? I feel like you got that like a Lord of the Rings set of Lord of the Rings or something.
No, man, I'm a high-end bartender, so I got all this shit. I've got mixing pictures and everything.
I thought that was some Lord of the Rings shit, man.
All right, so
shut up.
let's talk about this Denver game. Is KJ Hamler a guy to go after? Are you starting KJ Hamler this week?
No.
I like him. Well, if you're in a situation where you have to start somebody, I mean, look at what he got last year. He got a lot of targets last week. Driscoll likes him. He's not a guy that I'm going to play if I have, in DraftKings. He's $3,000 in DraftKings. I thought about it, but I think there's other players that get spend a little bit more on to get more consistency on. But I like Hamler. I've always been a fan of Hamler. I've traded a lot of people for Hamler, and I think he's going to be a stud. But I'm not ready to put all the diamonds out there for him this week, especially with Driscoll.
I'm not touching those secondary receivers. That's why bother? Why you're not doing
Could be
that?
the primary.
He's a stud.
I mean, what are we doing? Are we doing waiver pickups or what? I mean, are we starting guys? What are we talking about?
Flex starts.
I'm not flexing. I'm not starting KJ Hamler unless I'm fucked.
Well, I'm
starting
fucked
KJ
in a
Hamler.
bunch of leagues, and I had to start a guy like him.
Yeah, well, wait.
What's kind of league? You're not in a 12-team league. There is so
They
much.
should be losing up against the Bucks, though, right? So you're going to see opportunities.
Like most redraft leagues are not tight end premium, and I like some tight ends better than KJ Hamler.
Do you like OJ Howard better than Hamler?
No.
Okay,
Do you like?
that's a good question.
Yes, let's do this.
We'll say Jerry Jeudy. Is he startable?
I don't think he's starting this week. I think he's out.
He's hurt.
Wait. So KJ Hamler is the only receiver for the Broncos.
Well, it's Noah Fant and fucking Melvin Gordon and Tim.
I agree with Noah Fant being the guy.
Yeah.
But
I didn't realize Jerry Jeudy was out.
Primary receiver.
But I will say this: Driscoll seemed to like Hamler, and Hamler can be the fastest guy on the field.
But are you going to roll the dice with someone that you have no idea what the floor or ceiling is?
You have Tim Patrick out there.
But no,
I'll take KJ Hamler
okay,
and flex.
I mean, if you're in a league where you're forced to start a Denver wide receiver, then I understand this argument. But there's got to be other options
I
here.
don't even think it's forced at this point. Somebody else has to catch the ball. Tampa Bay's going to be winning.
Who else is on waivers? There's got to be somebody better than Tim Patrick and fucking whoever else you were talking about. That I
I
forgot.
like KJ Hamler.
I like him
if
too.
he's out.
No, you're
In
not
fact,
starting
I want
him.
to start him in more.
Because I think he's fucking
Starting
good.
KJ Hamler this week.
You know why I like him?
Start
Because
KJ
he's
Hamler.
fucking good. He's
All
good.
right.
If Driscoll's
Packers and
gonna air it out-
Saints.
Packers
Packers
and
and
Saints.
Saints.
Obviously, without Adams, without Devontae Adams, what are you thinking?
Well, Adams and Thomas are both out. So I mean, I like Aaron Rodgers over Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a fucking pussy.
God damn.
What the fuck?
They want to
I
punt.
love MVS this week. The Saints have had a tendency to give up massive points to speed receivers.
Yeah,
so
man.
I like MVS.
Rodgers all day. They can't with Aaron. They're going to outscore them. They're going to embarrass the fucking Saints.
If I had to play anybody in that game, it's going to be Aaron Jones. I think he's the best player on the field at that point without Adams, and I don't like being in that position. On the other side, I do like Traquan Smith. I think he's actually very talented, and I think Drew Brees has an eye on him. And so Jared Cook, Kamara. You know what? Kamara's going to win this game.
Yeah.
And so Kamara and Aaron Jones, that's the two guys I'm going to play if I have to play this game at all.
Let's do it, Kamara. Fuck yeah.
I actually should probably play more Kamara in DFS, to be honest. But yeah,
Kamara's badass, but the only problem is he's not on the main slate.
he's not. He's not.
And if I'm on the main slate, if he was on the main slate, he would be my number one guy.
What does the main slate mean?
Sunday afternoon games.
So what is he? What is he, like a late night game or what is that? What's he, Sunday night or Monday?
It's Sunday night. Sunday night.
Right.
Okay, so he's not a main slate guy, which means he's not on the 1 or 4 o'clock games.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting. Good. I'm a novice when it comes. I mean, I love getting into. I usually get into DFS when all my leagues fizzle out, but I'm in so many leagues now.
And most people do.
Yeah. So but it doesn't even matter now because I'm always in it till the end at this point because I'm in so many leagues. So DFS is great because you have that because I'm interested in everybody on a regular fantasy. All of my fantasy teams, I have everybody. So it's just like, yay,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah. It's just
DFS, you're like you have a different side, different type of interest, you know.
well, according to Jamie, if she has Jamie has to pick 2 of Juju, Thielen, and McLaurin, and they're already starting Evans, Cooper, and Ridley. I would go with Thielen and McLaurin.
I'm going Juju and Thielen.
I'm gonna ride the fucking. Oh, fuck.
Everything's the fucking
What, I gotta pick 2 out of this? These like really?
out of those 3.
Juju, Thielen, and
Thielen,
McLaurin.
Oh, I have to pick 2 out of Juju, Thielen, and McLaren. Well,
I love how he tries to read it first and then he throws on
The
his
reason
glasses.
I take Thielen and McLaurin is I think they're both the best.
the already starting line, everything was blurry initially, and then the line that said already starting Evans, Cooper, Ridley like messed me up. So Juju, Thielen, McLaren, I'm starting 2. It doesn't really matter. I feel like you can start any of these 2, but I don't know. It's it's a roll of the dice. It's all about it's personal preference. I would probably dig Juju and I don't know Thielen. Minnesota's due. It's like you have to like everyone's shitting all over the fucking Vikings. You think that they might get it together. So yeah, maybe I would go that. Sometimes I like to lean on the over under, and I'll look at the over, and if it's a high over, that means more points are going to be scored. So that's kind of like a tiebreaker for me. Sometimes when I can't decide between 2 players, I'll go to the line.
Good advice.
Right.
I'll go to the line and see okay, so I really like this guy, but it's like the over under is 41.5, and then this guy who I'm contemplating, the over is like 53. That's a no brainer for me. I'm taking that guy, and that's one of my moves. When I can't decide between 2 players, I'll go to the NFL odds.
I like it, man. I like it. All right, let's get out of here, guys. It's been an hour and a half. We've been talking for a while. I had a blast, though. I really did. Like, I had so much fun. This might be a new Saturday thing for me.
Do it.
But yeah, so go ahead and give you guys, give yourselves a plug.
Oh, baby. Catch me on I'm FF Larry Monkey on Twitter, at FF Larry Monkey. And you can catch me on the Dynasty Hot Sauce podcast that comes out once a week. We drop it. Follow me on Twitter, and, we'll talk a lot of smack, and, it's all good stuff. But, yeah, man. And we rock and roll. I have quite the history with the coming in hot Chase with no shirt on relationship.
Dude, I had a blast, man, that night. I had so much fun. 4-hour-long podcast in the books. Stamp.
Hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you inviting me on. Hammerjacks1, hammercast.com. Anything you guys want to do, let's just do it. Give me a call. Thanks, guys.
I'm happy to talk Dynasty, redraft stuff. Old timers like us. Well, not Chase. Chase just came out of the womb. Like he came out of his mom's vagina.
God damn, what the heck's going on here?
But he had less of a beard that he has on now. But I was trying to get into like Chase. He had a beard like a week ago, and he looked really sharp with that beard, right?
Dude, I've had a beard forever. I did the whole thing where I just shave and then just let it regrow. And then
Very nice.
But anyways.
Well, hey, Chase.
Guys, y'all can find me at FF_intervention. You guys can also, find my content at lnktr.e/fantasy intervention. That's where I have all my articles, all of my podcasts, all my platforms. So please check me out at lnktr.e/fantasy intervention. If you guys want to see my lineups for DFS, join my Patreon account. It's patreon.com/fantasy intervention as well. Thank you guys for joining in, and thank you for letting us intervene with your fantasy football life. We're out.
All right, Chase, man. I've seen you guys.
You don't got to leave yet.